Masal khair. I have the honor of announcing the winners of the 2023 ABC International Excellence Award for Accessible Publishing, which is being presented for the first time at the Sharjah Publisher Conference. Every year, the WIPO-led Accessible Books Consortium recognizes a publisher and a project initiative that demonstrate outstanding achievement in advancing the accessibility of digital publications for persons who are print disabled. A jury of experts faced the difficult task of selecting the winners amongst many excellent nominees, noting in particular that ABC received award nominations from over 20 countries on 5 continents. The nominations showed a great diversity in projects and an impressive display of long-term commitment. The finalists in the publisher category are from Argentina, Gerbera Ediciones, from Nigeria, Accessible Publishers Limited, and from Sweden, Bokförlaget Hegas. The winner in the publisher category is Bokförlaget Hegas from Sweden. Hegas impressed the jury with both the depth and the breadth of their accessible publishing practices. With 95% of their catalogue being available in multiple accessible formats, Hegas stands out as a model for how publishers can truly open wide the door to reading for children who are blind or dyslexic, as well as those of different reading abilities. The jury further noted Hegas' dedication for inclusiveness as evidenced by their production of accessible books in Arabic and their commitment to continuous self-improvement through the appointment of a staff member as accessibility champion. We will now hear from Mrs. Annika Jarnum and Mrs. Elin Lungvall from the publishing house Hegas in Sweden.
Greetings everyone! We at Hegas Publishing House are very excited and humbled to accept the 2023 ABC International Excellence Award. Thank you very much and congratulations to the other shortlisted nominees, Accessible Publishers Limited and Gerbera Ediciones. I'm Annika Jarnum and I'm the Editor-in-Chief at Hegas.
And I'm Elin Ljungvall, who is in charge of our accessibility work and digital publishing.
Hegas was founded in 1983 by 2 incredible women, Siv Aronsson and Gun Hollander. They were tired of not finding enough good books for readers with print disabilities. Since then, we have published over 1,000 joyful, easy-to-read books that readers actually want to read.
Even early on, Hegas has seen the impact on having to make our books accessible, not only in language and subject. In the beginning, we had Daisy and CDs that accompanied the books. And now, since 2015, we make all our books born accessible and publish in print, audio and EPUB 3 with audio overlay and sentence highlighting. To Hegas, it's important with inclusive publishing for all our readers, whether you have a print disability, NPF, are unmotivated, but also regardless of demographic. We believe that reading is key to a democratic society and aim to provide the wonderful freedom of reading to everyone.
We would like to thank all the teachers, librarians, school librarians, and every other reading promoter out there for their important work in helping children to find the right book for the right reader.
And again, thank you very much for this award. We are very honored.
In the initiative category of the awards, the shortlisted nominees are from Australia, Mrs. Julie Gunner and Mrs. Agatha Vram Montoya for their contributions to the recent publication Books Without Barriers, as well as the Australian Inclusive Publishing Initiative. From India, the Accessible Reading Materials Library, Chetana Charitable Trust. And from Uganda, Oysters and Pearls. Finally, from the United Arab Emirates, the Kalimat Foundation. The winner of this initiative category is the Accessible Reading Material Library, Chetana Charitable Trust from India. An initiative of the Chetana Charitable Trust, the Accessible Reading Materials Library stood out from a particularly strong pool of nominees. The judges noted their inclusive efforts made to produce accessible books in 8 languages and the wide impact the online library has with a readership reaching some 100 countries. The judges also wished to recognize the library for their cooperative spirit and for fostering the sharing of knowledge through numerous collaborations, promotional work, training programs, and workshops. We will now hear from Mrs. Namita Jacob of the Accessible Reading Materials Library in India.
It is my pleasure to receive this award on behalf of Chetana Trust Accessible Reading Materials Library. I am Namita Jacob, Director of Chetana Trust. This library began as a pile of accessible books that I carried with me into homes, schools, and hospitals, and I saw the rich benefits that they brought to children. And so in 2016, along with Anu Alex and Arabi Badri, we began more formally as a free library service, curating and creating accessible books for children with print disabilities. I wanted our books to be beautiful. This was important to me because beautiful books, both visual and tactual, pull children to think beyond words. They make them want more books. They pull people to the child because they want to read what the child is reading. Teresa Anthony, our talented designer, ensured this, and Kamakshi Saptarishi, our librarian and storyteller, carries books into different places, seeding in children the love for reading. We take time to learn what children like so that our members get hand-picked books delivered to them in colorful bags. We design and develop our storybooks in close partnership with children and adults who have different access challenges and consult with them when adding features like tactile illustrations, page turners, simple language, and so on. Our work is possible because of our very strong engagement with the community. We believe that in building accessible books, people of all ages learn to be more creative, sensitive, and intuitive, and in this way we are building a better, more inclusive world. During the pandemic, we realized that our library members were not able to access existing accessible books online, and so we began our journey in creating accessible books using the Bloom Reader app. Our online stories are compatible with switches, screen readers, and braille refreshable displays. We add a page that guides family members to take each story and apply it to the life of the child, to extend and build concepts, vocabulary, and in this way try to bring it as close as is possible to the joy of getting our books and materials in a bag. We are always thrilled to hear the many ways in which our books have lit up lives. The deaf father who could read together with his child for the first time. A child who found friends through stories she can now tell. A sibling who finally found an activity that was truly fun for them both. While the online stories are read in over 100 countries of the world, our physical library caters to less than 100 children. That is, until we became a part of the Free Libraries Network in India, which gave us a way to infuse inclusive content and practices across the free libraries of our nation. To all who believed in us, to all who continue to support us, to our members who sustain our spirits, our community that keeps us going, we send big thanks.
Finally, I'm pleased to present a Special Commendation Award to the Kalimat Foundation from the United Arab Emirates. The foundation has made tremendous contributions through the production and distribution of their beautiful, accessible children's book in Arabic and through numerous fruitful partnerships in 12 countries. They receive a Special Commendation Award for their continued leadership in the field of accessibility across the Arab-speaking world. I think it is of particular note that this year's ABC Expert Jury selected award winners that are all producing children's books in accessible formats, given how important it is to encourage children to read and to explore the world through literature. We will now hear from Sheikha Boudour Al-Qasimi, founder and chairperson of the Kalimat Foundation.
I would like to thank the jury of the Accessible Books Consortium for awarding the Kalimat Foundation's ARA initiative with a special commendation in the initiative category. This award is of great significance to us at Kalimat Foundation, especially at this point in our journey. It's an encouragement to us to continue to deliver on our promise to ensure book accessibility for children. For the past 7 years, our mission has been to provide disadvantaged children, including those with visual disabilities and displaced Arab children, with access to books and knowledge, both regionally and globally. We strongly believe that every child has a right to read and write, regardless of their circumstances. No child should be denied this opportunity. Last year, we reached a significant milestone by becoming the first non-profit organization in the United Arab Emirates to secure exceptional publishing rights under the Marrakesh Treaty, enabling us to reproduce, create, and distribute accessible books for the visually and print impaired children. We're incredibly proud of this initiative. During our site visits to establish new libraries or donate books, we witnessed the immediate impact on children and their communities. Children living in conflict zones or difficult circumstances need wings to transport their innocent minds away from their immediate suffering and pain toward a better future for themselves and for their families. Books and stories give them the opportunity to dream, and we firmly believe that our work has empowered many children and opened up possibilities they never knew existed. Once again, we're grateful to the ABC for this award, and we offer our congratulations to other winners. Thank you.
A big congratulations go to Hegas of Sweden, the Accessible Reading Materials Library in India, and the Kalimat Foundations in the UAE, all of which are producing accessible books for children. We wish you an excellent publisher conference in Sharjah.